Ja, det fick man ju va?
Ja. Oj. Det är bra.
Hello, I wanted to talk about a topic, and before I start I just want to tell you that it might be triggering and I might cry. So I just wanted to let you know before we started that it could trigger people, because I'm going to talk about mental health and eating disorders, and more likely my mental health and my eating disorder. So just so you know, I just have the questions on my phone so we can start. The first question, I won't say names like who wrote the questions. We can keep that anonymously. Yes. Okay. How do you deal with the I miss my self-harm behavior type of feeling, if you have any? I guess my type of self-harm behavior is was to starve myself, and I think I deal with it pretty good, which means that I don't do it anymore. I have better ways to deal with my stress, which is much better for my health than not eating or over exercising. So I think that's the best way I deal with it. What do you think of self-harm? Have you ever done it? What should I do to stop it? What I think of self-harm is, like, I don't feel anything about self-harm. If you feel like you're sad and down and you do it, I just feel like I want to hug you and tell you to stop, because it won't help. But I really understand if there is no better way to express your feelings at that time. No, I haven't done any, like, it's so bad to say regular self-harm, because that's nothing. I don't find a good word for it, but as I said before, I think my kind of self-harm was my eating disorder. I got some in Hungarian and Swedish as well, so I'm just going to translate them quick in my head. Do you want to tell us more about your eating disorder, like, history? Why you think you became sick? Good question. Still figuring this out with my psychologist. I can answer that in maybe another video. I don't know. I would say it was much about taking control over my life. I just moved. My parents just got divorced. I moved away from my now ex-boyfriend, back then boyfriend. From all my friends, I started a new school. I was lost in a city I think I knew, so I think it was much about taking control, and that I wasn't really happy about how my body looked, or just the image I thought was the right body image, if that makes sense. What do you do to work against relapse? I think I have good thoughts, like, against it, or at least that's what my psychologist says. The thing is, I know what the right thing is. I think I know what to do, and I can feel like I have some good and bad conversations in my head sometimes, but I swear I'm not crazy. I just do my best all the time, and that's what I'm telling you to do as well. Like, you can't really do much better than your best, because that's the maximum, of course. So I just do the best that I can, and in the end of the day, I like to think about my day and think of what I could have done better and what I will do better the next day. What do you think is the worst or the most annoying or stressful with an eating disorder, I think that is that you're constantly thinking about food, or how people will react, or how you look, or how others think you look. I think it's the thoughts, like, that's more in your head, or at least in my situation at this time. So I would say like the thoughts and the fear of like not being good enough. What did you do to feel better? What can you do daily to feel better and keep yourself healthy mentally as well? I try to spend time with people that I love to make me feel better. I try to like distract myself. I listen to a lot of ebooks and podcasts. If you're from Sweden, I have some recommendations. I like to cook and take walks outside. I loved to do yoga. I'm very bad at it at the time. But meditate is a very good thing to do. Jag glömde bort ordet.
Vad är det svenska?
Jag vet inte, det är ett svenskt ord. Mindfulness. That's it. How does a panic attack feel for you? I think that's a very good question. Like, shout out to you anonymously, without a name. Shoot me. Because like I didn't even know I had a panic attack before someone told me that's a panic attack. For me, it feels like someone's like pushing on my like whole body, but mostly like this part, like where my breasts are. And I'm like this close to start crying, and I have very, very hard time to remember to breathe. Like, and I just want to like counter. I want to run away and not be where I am at the time. Like, I feel a very big pressure and just a big press. Are you seeing a psychologist? Are you seeing a psychologist? If yes, how did you find the right one for you? Yes, I am, and I love my psychologist. Like, I think he's an angel sent to me from heaven. He's the best. I got him when I was an inpatient, so he's working at my my hospital, and that's how I found him. How did your eating disorder affect your social life? When I was the sickest, if I can say so, I didn't really have a social life. All I did was like lay at home and I was waiting for the next day to start. Like, literally, I had no life. I was watching movies at home, and I didn't work, I didn't go to school, I didn't see friends, I didn't do anything, literally. So that affected my social life big time. How did you cope with being healthy weight while still being sick in your actions, feelings fake during recovery? Like, if I get this question right, it's how did I like react to my more healthy weight when I still was sick. That, I think that was the most annoying and the hardest part, like being able to accept that you have to get in a healthier weight. Like, you have to help your body first so you can help your mind, because if your body isn't working, your head will not either. Like, if your brain don't get enough nourishment, you can't get healthy. Like, you need to help your body first. I find it very difficult, and I had a very hard time working on it, and I felt very alone. I didn't really want to talk to anyone, but thanks to everyone at the hospital, I got some healthy weight, and I think I cleared my mind. How did you accept your new weight? Like, saying new weight is, well, I would say healthy weight, because back then that wasn't healthy. Like, barely surviving isn't really healthy. You just have to accept that this is your body is feeling good at this weight. Of course you can have like bad days, but everyone is beautiful in their own way, and even if it's hard to like understand that, everyone can't really look like supermodels, because that's not healthy either. Okay. But it's just like accepting that your body is doing their greatest at the weight that you're holding on. Because if you're eating healthy, like being active, you don't really have to work out either. Like, if you like to do it, do it. If you don't like to do it, don't do it. Your body won't really lose weight or get up in weight if you're just being healthy and enjoying life. How long did it take to you to get your hunger back? I think it took me a long time. I wouldn't really say I eat much. Like, I never did, or I don't know. But it took me, I can't say it took me like 3 months, because I don't know. It took me a couple months, and like, if you know when you have to eat, like, you know, you have to have breakfast to start your body to get the hunger feeling during the day, because if you like skip breakfast, of course you won't really like wake up your stomach and it won't get hungry. So you have to have breakfast to make your body realize that it's like working, it has to help you through the day. But back to your question, it took me a long time, but it's back, and it's amazing that it's back. What made you want to take control over your life and start fighting back? So proud of you. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. I think that I wanted to take a part in my siblings' life. Like, I didn't want them to see me like a weak person. I wanted them to be proud of me. I wanted to help my mom as much as she helped me. I wanted to be a part of my friend's life. I wanted to get new friends. I wanted to live like simply. I have plans in life, and I'm not willing to give them up for a stupid eating disorder. How did your parents' family deal with your eating disorder situation? Everyone was very supportive. Everyone is still very supportive and supporting. Of course, it was hard. Like, I think it was harder for the people around me than for me. But they were there, and they helped me as good as they could, and they still are. And that was the questions. I just want to remind you again that I don't want anyone to feel bad about this. I'm just trying to help you and give you my opinions, and just share my thoughts with you. Yeah, just take care, and we'll see each other, or you will see me, I can't see you, soon.